Good morning, everybody. Welcome. My name is Terry, and this is Meditation Tribe. So we will chat and hold space for each other for a while, and sometimes a long while. And then we will meditate. If you're watching this for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Richie. Sound is good. That's what I needed to hear. Technology is interesting, to say the least, lately. So yeah, so we're here. Welcome to everybody with birthdays this month, the next month. And yes, I got some new flowers from my neighbor. So thank you, Gary, and happy birthday to all the Leos and all the Aldas here. So I want to say hi to Barbara. Good morning, Barbara. Barbara B. Good morning. Pamela, Richie, Alice. Fogo Pogo. Oh, good. I'm so glad you're here, honey. I hope you're feeling better, Kaylee. So good to see you. I think Liz is here. I think I saw her somewhere strolling in. And Liz, congratulations. I'm so glad you're at Cleveland Clinic. I've heard it's just amazing. So, White Dragon, yo, tribal people. Good morning. Yeah. Um, Fogo Pogo, thanks for watching. I put up another one this morning. Okay, Richie has an amazing channel, you guys. So please go over there and subscribe to him. He is he's a guru. He's just amazing. And you are you. You're all your own gurus, but he's really succinct and easy to hear and kind. Very, very kind man. Speaking of kindness, good morning, Miss Annie Bear. Good to see you, my friend. So I somebody somebody needs to remind me to stand up straight. I start leaning over because I'm reading the chat during the day, and I'm like, and then I go back in to edit, which editing is not my forte. So really, all it is saying what time the meditation starts. Anyway, I'm chattering. I want to say hi to everybody. Thanks for watching my video. Okay, now I have to go back and watch the videos. I need to get on it, people. I hope everybody had a great day yesterday. Yeah, I went to, hi Pamela. I went to went down to the yoga patch and hung out for a bit. I had a couple of readings there that I was doing, and getting ready to do another workshop there. So anybody that's in the KC area that wants an in-person reading, just email me, Terry, holding your space at gmail.com. And anybody that wants a reading in online. So I'm trying to make it pretty reasonable, and I'm trying to make it so that if anybody just wants half an hour or 15 minutes even, because I feel like it's really important right now. And I know Kim and two of you has been doing that all year, and it makes a lot of sense. And she, we were talking about it, and she said, really, everybody's got questions about what's going on right now. And some people get a little scared, and golly, I go there. I'll go in and out of there. We try not to live in fear, but sometimes we see things happening, and it's really interesting. Okay. Fogo Pogo, Chariot holding your space, doing much better since I had the Reiki. The Reiki that's showing my Missouri. I had a Reiki and energetic massage sessions. Still needing help with sleep, but have a sleep studies booked next week to check if I need a CPAP. Oh, that's great. I'm so glad, Kaylee. I'm so glad, honey. It is Thursday. That's right, girl. Finally Thursday. And you know what that means? It's trash day here. So taking out the trash, getting rid of stuff. Hey, Bad Hair Tay. She made it on time. Yay. I'm glad they made it on time. Rush, good morning, dear. You made it on time too. Right, Pamela? I was like moping around my house trying to figure out where I was and who I was this morning, which is really interesting. Have you guys heard of transhumans? As in, that were, like, transhuman is kind of a term that scientists gave to people that would become cyborgs. Like, and a lot of this is in sci-fi, but they talk about it too, in the coming age, that if you wanted to connect completely with AI or completely with, I don't think it's necessarily for AI, but it could be, or, have implants put in your body. That's the transhuman. And there's a rev human, REV, like reverent human consciousness as well, or being, whatever you want to call them. And they are the ones that are interconnected with humanity. And I feel like that's where we are here, that we're interconnected with humanity and really attuned to um, using energy, much as a transhuman would, right, to transcend and to use our superpowers, but we use our superpowers with reverence, as in, um, our clairs, knowing things before they happen and connecting to things and making things happen, creating different scenarios like strength, right? If you had an accident and your car was on your dog or on your child or someone, anybody, and how people have this physical strength that they can just lift the car and change things. And so in that moment, you're a rev human, but that we can live every moment as a rev human. So I think that's 4 and 5D. That's what we're talking about going to, that we'll have that rev human power. Anyway, just something I was perusing on with the coffee this morning. I didn't know if any of you guys would be interested. I thought it was interesting. Good morning, Miss Liz. I hope that you're doing well, and sending lots of prayers to you and your people up there in Cleveland. So your medical staff and your families. Good morning, CJ. How are you? Good to see you. Oh my gosh, Annie Burke played too hard with her Annie yesterday. Yeah, grandbaby yesterday, maybe. I'm so sore today. Right? I love that you did that, Annie. Love that. Yeah, grandbaby. I knew. So, all right. Well, hey, Sally. How are you, my friend? Thank you, Miss Annie Bear. I love my necklace that I got from you, and I have it right here on my desk somewhere. Oh, here it is. I wore this yesterday. So this is from Annie. Thank you, Annie. And she gave me some crystals too for my birthday. So I was spoiled rotten by everybody, sending me blessings and emails and stuff. So thank you all. Um, let's see. Yeah, this one I got I got this one, as I do at the thrift store. Sometimes if I walk into a thrift store or an estate sale or something, 'cause it's fun for me, the hunt, the treasure hunt. And I ask my angels. I say, "Okay, angels, where's my present? Where's my sparkle?" And sometimes I do find it. Morning all, busy night helping the earthquake victims. Well done. Yeah. Oh man. Talk about a lot of energy, huh, White Dragon? Well, thank you for doing that. We really appreciate all your help. Um, yeah. So it was interesting that, well, a lot of people foretold that. Excuse me, my eye is all of a sudden, my left eye. What do I see out of my left eye? Interesting. Um, so my dream that I had 2 nights before that, I saw the water coming in. I didn't see the water coming in, but I saw the water receded, like there'd been a tsunami or something, which, and it wasn't a big loss of life or anything with the tsunami. It was just the grasses were flat. And Diana saw something as well. She saw the earthquake and the tsunami. So we had, and that was the dream night. And then the next day, or that night, I think, we had the earthquake. So, just, man, things are just boom, 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 aren't they? Liz, magical morning here. I'm on fire with mediumship energy, healing for some staff here. Awesome. To not just sit in my hospital bed waiting for Monday's surgery. Grateful. Oh, good. Okay. I'm going to write that down, Liz. So Monday is surgery day. Okay. And we will hold you in space and time. um, so anybody that's new here, we will meditate, and we always have healing too. So, yeah. Did I get my monitor yet? Huh? I don't know what that means. Like a new a new monitor for for my laptop, or for my thing, for my desk. I didn't, but you know what I think I'm going to do is I never watch TV. I've got a TV in here, but I never use it. So I was thinking about putting that behind my laptop so I can read things. It would look better, and then I wouldn't be hunched over looking at stuff all the time. So, anyway, it would be easier to read. I'll say that too. Leah is driving. Good morning, lovely. Then there's Miss Julie. Good morning, Miss Julie. Learning to listen. Good morning, Terry and lovely people. Um, okay. This is how you get a hold of Richie. Here's the link to Richie's channel. So please, everybody, go to Richie's channel and go ahead and get on there and subscribe and like. What? You made a 15 bean soup yesterday. That sounds delicious. I'm still trying to do that 30 to 40 grams of fat, or not fat. That would be more fun, but 30 to 40 grams of protein at every meal. And it's a lot of work, you guys. I had no idea how much work this would be. Yeah, this is at Rich's Reach. So thank you. Yeah. Yeah. We got to get you back on the channel, Richie. So, hi, Gray. How are you doing? Good to see you. I owe you an email, and I know that. So I've been kind of racing around here lately. So I will be sending that out. Alice, good morning, sunshine. How are you? Wawanui. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Hi, Bad Hair Day. Good to see you. There's Sue. Oh my God, Sue. How are you doing? Leah, the Star Chat family. Yeah. Star Chat family. I love that. That sounds good. It sounds like fun. Where do you get all this AI information? Well, actually, I was listening to about transhuman. I was listening to a woman talk on Next Level Soul. She's a physicist and I think a psychiatrist or or physiology maybe. But she was quite interesting, a scientist that was on with our friend at Next Level Soul. So Anthony, I think is his name. Anyway, talk this morning about being transhuman and being rev human. So I did look it up, and I did use AI to look it up to research it. And it was quite interesting. And I just want to say I'm a fan of AI, but it is fallible. So double check always. And it says that on there. You click on something and it says double check. But it is a lot of times because AI is kind of mirroring what I put into it, and it knows that I'm looking for more spiritual equation to the problem, or problem for the equation, that it gives me a more spiritual answer. If I go onto Google, which I do a lot too, and look something up, then I have to, research a little more in depth because it won't automatically go to the spiritual connotation for things. So it's already programmed in that it knows that I'll want to know about which dimensions that it works with or which densities. And and more of the spiritual reasoning behind it. So that's one good thing about it. It does not take place of you guys and talking to people, um, but it's an interesting mirror that we can use. Good morning, standing in the light. Uh, for healing, Teresa Ford, you want to be in for healing, honey? Anyway, yeah, I know it's pitter patter, isn't it, you guys? It's like every time we hear something, we're like, we'll get a snippet of it and we'll know, well, I feel that, I resonate with it. The other thing that I want to talk to you about next time you're on, Annie, is Annie talks a lot about discernment. And discernment is so important right now. Discernment about AI, discernment about crypto, discernment about things that are physically happening here. And there's also something about, and I was watching this, I watched little snippets of different people. And our other friend Emilio was on, and he had somebody on, and they were talking about how each of us have our own universe that we're living in and our own truth that we're living in. And while we are all interconnected on the planet right now, um, but are interactive, but also as we move on spiritually, I think, or the densities change perhaps, that we're going to be looking at things and thinking, I just saw a spaceship land in my front yard, and somebody else will be like right next to you, and that saying, "Oh, I didn't see that." So we are already living in these universes. I mean, Paul and Gail are really connected to that galactic, and Patricia and many here. So it's really interesting how that works. And then others we see inner Earth, and like Annie is really connected to the Earth. So that connection is huge. So it's a beautiful group, and that resonance of the tribe that comes together and intermingles all of this information. Um, okay, I'll get off that. Sorry, guys. I went down a rabbit hole. Um, you kind of program it. Is there a site where we can research the AI information you share? Yes, it's called Magoogle. And good luck with that because it's also AI and we've been using it for a long time. So, part of this research that I do with AI is not from AI. It's things that I hear from different teachers that resonate with me. So I don't watch a huge amount of stuff, but the people that I kind of trust and watch, I like Next Level Soul, I like Emilio, I like Deepak. Everybody knows I love Deepak and Eckhart. And Deepak has a lot of physicists on, neurophysicists, or is that a word? Neurophysicist? I don't know. But a lot of people that work with the brain and a lot of people that work with, the universe, universal truths. So it's a conglomeration. I have my finger in a lot of pies, and I take this and then that, and then I research it further. So sometimes with AI, and sometimes with watching these people on YouTube, and I think each one of us see things and look at them differently, right? And we take what resonates with us, and it's beautiful, Annie Bear, because um, you're so inner earth, you're so connected on the planet, and with Gaia or Terra, whoever you want to call her, but the divine feminine. And you really stand in that power, and each one of us has a different power here that we stand in. And I'm kind of the pitter patter power. So that's what I kind of call myself. I like to look at different things. Um, Leah, okay, let's just go here. You have lifted a car in an emergency. Leah, that's amazing. I'm in love with that. Just unbelievable. Um, my sister-in-law once lifted a car off my brother. And, these are miracles, you guys. They literally are miracles. And we're all capable of these miracles. We just haven't realized it yet. So it's like we're all realizing that there are, not all of us, but a lot of us, that there are people on other planets perhaps that come to visit, right? And why would we be um, the only sentient beings in the universe when there's a multiverse out there and new universes being born every second? So so there's so much excitement going on right now on the planet. Mangled unicorn. Morning all, getting ready to head to the orthopedic and follow up. Wish me luck. And we have you on the thing here too. All right, gotcha, Jacqueline. Okay. Barbara, I'm creating a special tray to hold my candles for the 9 candles ceremony. I love that, Barbara. So, our Diana, she's starting. She did her first video last night. So I think it was kind of more of a test video, her maiden voyage for the 9 candles, and it was really great. I watched part of it this morning. So, and she's a star. Like, she gets on there and she's like, "Oh, it's not gonna be that or this," and it was amazing. It was so great. So, she's just a natural on there. She's been doing it for so long. So, being on YouTube and helping people. Yeah, I think this is gonna be beautiful, Barbara. So, it's gonna be fun. And Barbara is also an artist, so makes beautiful things. Yeah, good luck. There she is, and that's our girl, Diana. So Diana is doing, the 9 candles. Nancy Jean had some health issues this year, so, Diana is taking over for her, and I've been helping her with tech. So we all have to laugh at that, but we're getting there. Um, you don't know how you did it, you were in shock. Well, interestingly, do you think it's because you weren't thinking that you couldn't do it, that you did do it? Like, we're so programmed, aren't we? That this is our truth, that I can only lift, 50 pounds, um, which would hurt my back, but I would do it. But that you could lift 1,000 pounds, right? I don't know what a car weighs, if it's 2,000 or 3,000, but um, we're totally capable of doing these things. And probably we are totally capable of doing these things without touching them too. So that's another level to it, isn't it? That we just say lift, and it does so. So the Rev human is really interesting. I think if we look at the transhuman, we might look at what Elon is going with, what he's interested in doing with, putting the implants in, which is a very interesting idea, but it's not necessary because we're going with the Rev humanism that changes everything, and that's the 4-5D. So that Rev human, and that's what you did. You were the Rev human, Leah, or that's what we can call it. We don't have to call it that. We can call it superhuman, universal human, angelic human. Well, get your higher self to send you some healing, Annie Bear, so no more soreness. Oh, I love that. I love that, Kaylee. I'm talking to my higher self today. Love that. Yeah, Leah's driving. Um, Teresa Ford, when people do stuff like lift cars, it shows us that the matrix isn't real. We are much more powerful than we see ourselves, right? Yeah, you know, and this is interesting. So sometimes we go into fight or flight, right? And that's very connected. This is really interesting because it's very connected to our root chakra, our power. And that fight or flight response is a part of the reptilian brain, so the limbic brain. So, and it was a gift from the reptilians, that fight or flight. It's how we came as a species and prospered and evolved. It's a beautiful gift, but it also, while we go into fear a lot with it, it also gives us that power that we can do these things. Maybe it's not that, but okay. What I wanted to say about that. Sorry, I digress. I digress. It's also the freeze. Like, and you can go into freeze mode for a long time. And sometimes we do this with grief or with PTSD, and we're in that freeze mode. But we are also, when we're in that freeze mode, in a flow, and it's a constant flow. Or it was for me. This is how it was for me. Is I was doing things. I could draft legal documents with the help of not Zoom, but is it Zen Business, I think, that you can go to and you can draft. I was drafting legal documents for my business, for all sorts of different things, and getting things done. So things that we don't know that we know how to do, we just do it because we don't think ahead. We're frozen and we're in that mode. Now, if we're doing that and we're not in fight or flight and we're not frozen, we're just doing it because it's there, right? And we're doing it consciously with a, I guess what I want to say is with awareness. With awareness is a good word. I am aware that I am lifting that. What? Hello from rainy London. Oh, Garnet, we are rainy here too in the Midwest of Missouri. It is a rainy day and it's 72 right now, and it's supposed to be fall-like temperatures this week, which is unheard of for August and the end of July. Actually, when I travel, a lot of times if I go to, especially if I'm going to the UK, I will go in these weeks because it's the hottest time of the year here. Okay, I'm talking too much. I'm sorry, you guys. I went weird. No, dear Annie Bear. It's 11:30 p.m. Thursday night. Yes, love, light, healing, earthquake, tsunami, souls. May they be protected and safe. Yeah, beautiful birthday necklace. I love it. Wow. Okay. Um, let's see what else we've got here coming in. Does anyone else find it hard to have motivation to do anything because they don't believe the matrix is real? The duality of earth and spirit gets me. Yeah, totally, Teresa. Oh my God. Sometimes don't you just think, well, why bother then? Because it's not real, right? But we came here for a reason. And I asked Deepak that once at a, he picked me for my question. And he was talking about this duality and whatnot, and how none of this is real. And I raised my hand, and that's exactly what I asked. I said, well, why bother? And he said, well, why not? He said more after that, but I always thought that's the perfect response. Why not bother? Right? We came here to do something. So interesting. Um, yeah, duality has been exhausting. And when we recognize what it is and start playing with it, and that's part of the hand thing going on. I don't know why, but it's part of the hand thing, I think, Rush. That holding out our hand to our higher selves or to our angels or our soul tribes, and asking for a gift and bringing it into your heart space. And like that gift can be, it can be something that you lost. Like, did you lose something that really meant a lot to you, like your dad's watch or something special? And here we have this thing that we're tied to it for years, like feeling guilty that you lost it, or that it was somebody else got it, or whatever, that you don't have it. And once you are aware of it in your palm, you're like, oh, now I have it. And it was only ever energy. It was never solid. It was only ever energy. So we have it. We always had it. And we always had these powers. Does that make sense? Diana. Okay, during Reiki yesterday, I saw two volcanoes, more eruptions on that Russian one that is going off, and there will be one somewhere, probably in Yellowstone. Yeah. Wow, Diana. Yeah. You had the dream too, Bad Hair Day? Okay, so this is really interesting that a lot of us are getting the same messages, and that's what happens, right? Um, in a tribe, but it also happens all around the world. That a lot of people will invent the same thing, right? In South America, that they will in Africa or something at the same time. You just tap into that interconnected brain. Um, Teresa Ford asks, Rush, do you feel connected to this matrix? Oh, so the yogi asks. That's a good yogi question. Okay, I asked last night to feel universal energy so I could swoosh energy to loved ones. Felt amazing. We were awash in love. Just ask. Oh, Annie. And the beautiful thing about this is you were asking for others. Um, that's you were being of service. And I think service is something that a lot of us came here to do. And I used to hate that. I didn't hate it, but I was always like, when I would go for a reading, people would say, "Oh, this is a lifetime of service. You came here to be of service." And but now I feel like serving others is a gift, and being able to is it's an honor. And now when I see healers, like healers in the eighth dimension or something, when I go into that channeling, that's another thing I do a lot of, Annie, is I'm doing a lot of channeling right now. So when I go into channeling and I see the healers working with people that have recently departed, or working with uh, beings that have been through trauma and healing them, and they're usually suspended in space and time. And 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 when I see them working with them, I know that they're being of service. I'm like, thank you for doing this. And they always say, it is an honor to do this. And I think that's what our angels do too. They are being of service. So it is an honor to be of service. Okay, 15 bean soup and lots of time outside. That sounds like perfect. I wonder how much protein is in 15 bean soup. Huh. Barbara? Okay, good to see you too. Um, Pamela says, Diana, I watched your 9 candles intro. I want to, but the witch beeswax candle and put the rosemary on it now. What? I did not see that part of it. Well, of course she did that. Um, she is so talented. Very Wiccan. 90 grams of protein a day, y'all. 1 egg, 8 grams. 1 mozzarella stick, 8 grams. You have to eat a lot, right, Leah? Yeah. I finally talked to a nurse. She was a nurse practitioner, and she was like, Terry, you got to do 30 to 40 grams of protein per every meal. Okay. Been making split green pea soup with onions, tomato, and ham. I wonder how much protein is in that. That sounds delicious. I could eat that every day, all day. Yeah, right? Yeah, she rocked it out of the park, didn't she, Teresa? Diana did, her 9 candles. Hi, Auntie D. I love you too, Leah. Good morning, Auntie D says, all. Did anyone else experience a deep release of sadness yesterday? It came out of nowhere, and I cried a wrenching cry that felt like a deep loss that was around children and animals. Oh, honey, that is beautiful. Um, Auntie D, I'm just going to tell you that I felt that. Um, I went through a phase of that a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. And I just went to my bed and cried, and um, and I knew that it was sacred grief. And I feel like a lot of us are releasing it for the planet. We're not Gaia necessarily, because she's so beautiful, and she's way beyond that, right? Though I'm sure that sacred grief is a part of something, but um, she also lets us experience it, right? And that sacred grief is an amazing thing, and to let it go. It's said that a lot of masters, when they come here, like Gandhi and Yeshua and different people, release karma for the planet, as in humanity, um, and our karmic things by going through suffering. So I feel like when we let that sacred grief out and experience it, we don't live there, right, for a day or something, but to let it come in and to be aware of it and to honor it, is a gift. To, and I love that you felt that it was around the children and the animals. Yeah, next level soul for AI info. Well, no, it's not AI info, honey, on next level soul. No, that was a physicist that was talking about this. Um, but yeah, call me. Call me when we get done here. I'll talk to you more about it. Yeah, yeah. The 9 candles is going to be perfect right now. Diana, I am creating a special tray for my candles for the ceremony. Oh, love that. Yeah, yeah, for the collective prayers. Received an incredible reading from Diane G that ultimately validated much of my current lifetime. I love that, Rush. Diane G is going to be on the channel tonight, everybody, at 6 Central. So it's going to be great. And I just want to say at 5 Central, Kelly Healer is going to have a show too on. So about this month's energy forecast. Um, uh, yeah, Paul does bring Michael with him, Archangel Michael, and strength surrounds us. You got it, Barbara. You are here on the list. So, Teresa, I meant that as a reply to something you said, but don't recall what now. It was for healing. I think that's how we're connected in spirit or something. Yeah, we're so interconnected, Teresa, right? Rush, good to know about your reading with Diane G. She did an Akashic reading for me, and it blew my mind. She's really very talented, isn't she? Yeah, it's going to be fun to have her on. Oh, everybody has a new one. Yeah, lots of neat information. Okay. Yeah, nice rabbit hole. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I went down the woo-woo hole today. Which doesn't sound good, does it? The woo-woo hole. I better not say that again. There are more than Michael that come along, a pile of Arcturian ladies that are so loving, but also fierce when needed. Okay, White Dragon, I got a question for you. I've got this new guide, and she's really tall, and sometimes I think she might be me, but in another dimension. But she's really tall. She's very, very white. She wears a purple and blue cape or robe. She doesn't walk, she floats, and she has really long fingers. Like there's something, again, the hand is very important. Um, she is kind, um, but she is very pragmatic and really like a formidable. Like when she walks into council meetings, and she's whose body I used in that vision that I had when I walked into that council meeting. So I don't know if she was Octurian or Palladian or a dimension that I'm not familiar with. Yep, can't wait. Can't wait. Annie Awesomeness. She is awesomeness. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Sally. Terry, I spoke with Kelly B about a show idea I had where we can talk about AI. Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you, Mangled Unicorn, a neuroscientist. Yeah, sometimes names do not come into my brain. Um, yeah, I love you. Mangled Unicorn, I love neuroscience. I read about it every day. My news feed has a whole lot of science fiction of articles or something for it each day. Did you know that they're finding out our brains glow slightly from WI? Huh. Is that from within? I I believe that. I believe that we are neurotransmitters um, for the soul. It's like, and especially our brains. I read something this morning that peacock feathers are neurotransmitters, and which was really interesting. And peacock feathers are revered all over the world for being a sign of abundance and spirituality and all sorts of different things in many different cultures. So that they are also interconnected and glow, but also are transmitters. Um, yeah. Okay. I love this, Jacqueline. Within our skulls, they're starting to be able to scientifically see it. Yeah. And we're not using hardly any part of our brain, are we? Not yet. We've got so much more we can do. Belief overrides the matrix. 100%, Rush. I love that. Love that. Patricia, good morning, tribe. I thought I had clicked off the gas on my stove accidentally. Good to have a hot plate. Gonna read the manual and see if I can fix. Found out our landlord didn't pay gas bill. All good now. Oh, yeah. Hey, I did find a good site, you guys. I'll go back and re-find it if anybody needs it for getting. I think it's a national archive and it's free, so you can go on it and find out what you need to find. Like if you need if you have a 1964 stove, you can go probably and find the archive for the manual for it, the user manual or the service manual. But that was quite interesting. My brother took the door off his daughter's car when jaws of life weren't working. No joke. Julie, we have so much power, right? I mean, we're only beginning to learn to tap into it. And we probably tapped into it in different civilizations and different lifetimes. But now we're really realizing we are the superhuman. And Deepak has talked about this for years, that we are becoming the superhuman. Liz and Oz says, Mangled Unicorn, please keep me updated on healing head concussion. Cleveland Clinic is too conservative. Listening to 40 hertz. Wow. Yeah, I love that, Rush. The more crystalline we are becoming, fewer doctors will be needed by us, I believe. It's going to look completely different, won't it, Rush? Yeah, it'll be really interesting. Richie, when I first read your message, Leah, I thought, wow, how would Leah steal a car? Must have been a real emergency. But you do, when you're trying to do something for someone you love, you do have that superhuman power. And now, if we can figure out how to do that for us, we'll realize that we have that superhuman power. Yeah. One thing I did myself to help my depression years ago was shrooms. About 4 big trips helped me so much. They found shrooms erases neural pathways. So after you rewrite them, it's awesome. That's so interesting. I have a friend here, and she does light therapy. And, there's all sorts of different light therapies out now that are just amazing. I mean, we're on the cutting edge of it. And part of it might be peacock feathers. But she has this, it's like a strobe light, but it's a special kind. And you close your eyes and you lay down with it, and she puts on, I can't remember what hertz that you listen to during it. And it rewires your brain, literally. It's new neural pathways that it interconnects. So, and she said that when she first found it, it was like she had done so much talk therapy. And I think talk therapy is important too. But she had just, tried and tried to get over the grief of her mother passing. And this is what helped her more than anything. I think any way you go there, you're doing good. Any way you go there. Heal yourself and the rest will follow. Yeah. Yeah. Barbara sending so much healing. I love that, Liz. Yeah. Barbara, can you tell us about your art, dear? So Barbara's not decoupage. It's not decoupage. I can't remember what it's called. Is it acrylics? But I can't remember what it's called. The name's not coming up. Yeah. Let's see. Lauren Hunsinger, good morning. Your prayers are much appreciated. Fred and I are improving daily from the C virus. I'm so good, Lauren. Yeah, I'm so good. I meant I'm so glad. I'm so good. But we need to give ourselves that, don't we? Pat ourselves on the back when we need to. White Dragon, I work in different types of resin. That's it, resin. That's what I was trying to think of right now, but I kind of float around in many different things. Teresa Ford, good morning. Landlord has 2 houses, so he paid gas bill for the other house, not this house that's associated with the property I live on. So maybe he didn't forget, but he just did a boo-boo. Yeah, you never know, do you? Yeah. I'm still waiting on my guy to come fix my stove. So my oven, I've got one of these ovens that has special powers. It does different types of oven stuff. Like you can bake on a regular bake, but then you can do convection bake. And then I think it's also has a dehydrator in it too. But but I can only use the convection bake to get hot enough right now, which turns out works pretty good. So not worried about it. White Dragon, I work in different types. Okay, I already said that. This is chat is jumping. Paul says, now try and have a conversation with it. That is when it all rips loose. You can ask anything and get the answers for yourself. What are you guys talking about, Paul? I missed this. Kaylee. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let me know what you guys are talking about. Okay. I need to go up. Okay. Sally has trash day too. Oh, yeah. She takes care of everybody on the earth. You've been frozen for a long time. Wish I could defrost. Right, Barbara? Yeah, it's a lot when you realize it's a lot of work to be frozen, to live in that. It's a different form of fight or flight. And you're kind of in the flow. Like you're getting things done, but it's exhausting. I was like that for the first year or two after my husband died. Like I was running the business and I was doing all sorts of stuff that who knows how I figured out how to do. But I was exhausted every night. Like I just wanted to go to bed. The minute I walked in the door, that's all I wanted to do is go to sleep. I hope you two are almost through it. I remember when my hubby and I had it too shall pass. Yeah, watch funny TV. Right? Diana, I have to ask for healing for little man Grizzly. He got shots yesterday and he's been running a fever since he got home. And his hind legs are very sore. Okay, little grizzly. We got you, Diana. Little baby. Poor little thing. Well, I gotta tell you, Zeppelin, my cat, is just fit to be tied. He went in and got shots, and he's mad. He's still mad at me. So he can't eat nor walk any of the things. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Did you call the vet and let them know? I don't know what they do about it, but yeah, there might be something they can give him to make him. I mean, I know you hate to give him anything else. Exactly to remember for the suffering, the love for it all has a purpose because of it's just, yeah, but it does all have a purpose, doesn't it? Yeah, they say Gandhi did that. Many as descended masters that were here before they left the planet, they burned uh, they burned up karma for the planetary karma. Good morning, sweet Terry. I'm up early today. Wanted to stop by and say hello. Sending the tribe lots of love and light today. Hello, Allie Angel. That is our friend Allie, I think. Is that Allie? Allie Martin? I think so. Heart and soul connected. I do believe so. But I love that. Love seeing you. She is on the East Coast, so she's kind of on our time zone now. Pretty close. Um, yeah, Disco Inferno, Diana's talking about. Paul says, Teresa Ford, not only are you multidimensional, it means you are functioning at all levels at the same time. Yeah, duality is an illusion. Totally. It's just here in the 3D. Yeah. You know, if you listen to Barbara, what's her name? I think it's Barbara Cannon, who I'm in love with, I gotta say. I love her outfits as much as I love what she says sometimes. She is amazing. Um, she speaks and she dresses with intensity, lots of color. So anyway, she says that what's going on here on the 3D planet and how fast we're accelerating, that the entire universe is watching this because we're accelerating much faster than we were supposed to. That not only are we going into fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, we're also going into seventh dimension, and that everything is accelerated at a surprising time. So yeah, and Rush says she's gotten some really interesting gifts lately. Oh, Rush, talk about them. Let us know. Let's see. And Paul says it's easy. All you have to do is believe you can do it and mean it and expect it. Call to it, the higher self. Yeah. So we can call it our higher self. We can call it our future self. We can call it our 10D self. And I believe that as far as dimensions are concerned, they're an infinite number. That we can't limit ourselves, and that's what we do. We limit ourselves here. But Diane Bear says, I observe more now as we are experiencing this time period differently. Feels like, anyways. Right, Annie? I do too. Yeah, the more that I watch people and listen to them, I'm always interested. Terry, the rounded shoulders beings I saw that I shared on a dream show talked to me when I was in that area. I thought I would share the next dream show. I do want to know about that. And I did see them when I was doing the reading yesterday. I knew that I'd seen them before. That's interesting. But they came in for somebody that I was reading, and they were, and that's what I've been doing, haven't I? I think we all do that when we're interested in something. Maybe, I don't know. So, okay. Ah, Bora Bora, thank you, darling. Odelia, good morning, sunshine. Good to see you here. Bora Bora's lurking. Yeah, we've just been chat. Oh my gosh, look at the time, you guys. Um, Thank you, Annie Bear. I try to, I'll do a channeling this week. Um, this kind of service in retirement is more fun than public service. Amen to that, Julie. Amen to that, right? Yeah, big prayers for Fatima. Okay. Okay. We're just gonna do some breath work today because we are so late for meditation. But we're gonna do some healing too. So let's take our hands. Let's start with the hands. It's all about the hands this week. So just rub your hands together. I'm sure that sounds really great on the mic. Just kind of rub, feel them. Now open your hands up a little bit and feel the energy of them. We'll call in 33 trillion angels holding our hands, calling in the ancestors to hold our hands. Just feel the palms of your hands, maybe the soles of your feet even, start to tingle. Light, love, compassion, healing. Now just rest your hands on your lap. If you want to, they can be face up, your palms. Feeling the light come in, golden light, 11th dimension, 9th dimension, blue light, diamond light, accelerated dimensional light. Imagine our neurotransmitters. Our body is a neurotransmitter for our soul. So which part of your body today? Our brains. Let's go into our brains. Bring it that golden light and the diamond light, the blue light. Going into our minds. Breathe in love, compassion, peace, bliss. Feel your mind settle, your brain settle. Calling in the ancient ones of the earth, their energies. See their eyes open when we call their name. Being aware the deep crevasses of the earth, the ancient ones, the Arctic, the oceans, the Grand Canyons, all around the planet. Starting to hear the rock people, feeling the tectonic plates, how they're in movement, constant movement, ever evolving, like the earth. Going deeper inside the earth, to the waters. And while we're here, inside the waters, find that blue plasma water, healing waters. Looking up and seeing stardust inside the planet, crystalline energy. Other beings might be around us. We know them, we're comfortable with them. Only those of the highest dimension. Many corridors inside inner earth, you have to have a pure heart to enter. Your heart energy, your high heart energy is your calling card, like a key, a different heavenly transmitter, divine transmitter. So just acknowledging your divinity here. You're special, very special. Now allowing your body to heal here. Just laying back and floating in the water. Have you ever noticed how floating in the water you have to open your heart? Allowing every cell in your physical form to accept this healing water. Your brain, crystalline energy, your bones, your skull, your skeletal system, every molecule in your body, shining, glowing. Listen to it. What does the frequency sound like? We each have our own frequency, particular to us. What does it feel like? Buzzing, dancing, soft, sometimes extremely strong. Now, let's go ahead and say healing prayers here for Lauren and her husband, Fred, for anyone suffering with the C virus, for all medical staff on the planet and off planet, medical Mike, healing energy, for Carolina and her husband. Monday's a surgery day, so we're going to give lots of love to that. For Liz, for her surgery on Monday. For Kelly, Kelly B, our beautiful Kelly. For Sally. For Jacqueline, Mingled Unicorn. For all those in Norfolk. For Teresa Ford and husband Ken. For Allie and her lovely husband, Keith. And her animals. For Carolyn and Peter, the Bookers. For Michael, all the Michaels. Seeing Archangel Michael come to all the Michaels. For Barbara, hands and visions. For Paula, something about pinball coming in. For S. Steele, for Fatima and Sean, her husband. Prayers for Grizzly and Diana. For Lisa. For anybody that needs it. For Callie and her family. Love, compassion. See healing all around us. Things that we didn't know we were able to do. Lifting cars. Changing things. Manifesting. As wanted, as needed. And hold out your hands. Let your future self, your higher self, come in and give you a gift today. Maybe they'll hold your hand through something. Maybe they'll give you the opportunity that you need. You have to ask for it. So looking at your palms, knowing you always have what you were needed, coming back through the waters, through the tectonic plates, giving them pink light, most beneficial outcome to any changes happening. Seeing the lava flows, giving it pink light, coming back to your bodies, starting to feel your hands, your body, your brain, wide awake, a neurotransmitter for the soul, your higher self. Being aware that every cell in your body is awakened and present. We're humming. We just have to tell it what to do. Now bringing your hands in front of you. And this is a mudra that's kind of fun to do. I don't do it very often. Taking the palms of your hands, putting them over your eyes, and opening your eyes if they are closed. Seeing the darkness, Seeing who you truly are. Bringing your eyes down, opening your palms a little bit, and seeing through them. Seeing a new world come in. Bring them to your heart space. Repeating silently, loving, compassionate heart, joyful, energetic mind, lightness of being. And you're back. All right. Well, we're back. We're not too far over time either. Yeah. Oh, I love this, Rush. 100% we can regenerate. Yeah, they're going to be doing that. I think they're going to be doing this in the lab. Like they can already do it. They can already regenerate certain things from cells. They'll be doing it in the lab. And that's going to be that transhuman. But we are the rev humans. And we're going to be able to do that just with our minds. So it's anything that we can get. Yeah, Rush, I don't think anything happened in Norfolk, but for some reason, Norfolk has been on my prayer list all week. I have no idea why, but I'm keeping it there. I have family in Norfolk, so I'm just keeping it on. Yeah, being a little silly. Play, love, remember. Lots of love to you. Um, all right. Yay, Lauren, I love you. Leslie F. Thank you, Terry. I was so surprised I could make it on time to the meditation because I was very, very late. Yeah, we were too. We got, oh yeah, I'm getting the memberships. It's on my list, girl. Kick me. I'm also working on the t-shirts. So yeah. All right. Well, lots of love to everybody. You guys have a great day. Like I said, 5 o'clock, Kelly's going to have her thing. I think 4 o'clock, is it 4 o'clock Eastern, Diana? I don't know if Diana's still here or not. I think it's 4 o'clock Eastern for 9 candles. So, yeah. The Navy lives in Norfolk. Oh, maybe that's what we're praying for, Rush. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what that's about. My family lives there in Kingsland. Sorry. Yes, Sally, I do. I want you to manage everything. Just take it over. Yeah, I need help. I need help. I need somebody that knows how to do that. And I actually could use somebody that knows how to do um, editing too for these. So, yeah, and the family, 100% the family. Yeah, yeah, always everybody's family. Everybody's family. All right, loves. Have a great day, and we'll see you all around the tube. I appreciate that, Sally, so much. All right. Lots of love. Namaste.